welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it is Wellness Wednesday, so I am going to be going through my wellness stuff with you, but I'm also going to be doing a little bit extra in this one. As you would have seen from the title, I'm also going to talk a little bit about the habits workshop. I went and did it last week, and I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts. This is a new workshop, so I'll let you know what I thought of it, what I learned, and that sort of stuff. So we'll start off with the regular wellness update. So this week has been pretty good. I still haven't got myself a new job. It's the start of the week that was really weighing on me. I was starting to feel really guilty, and it was just getting to me. I was really down. I was craving chocolate. Oh my God, was I craving chocolate? And it was just really hard, that small amount of motivation that I still had, which is basically coming from you guys and knowing that I'm checking in with you guys every week. It went away, and it went away because I was so angry with the position that I have put myself in, and I am very well aware that I've put myself in the position that I have, but I was angry. Not that I hadn't got another job already, because even in my wildest dreams, I couldn't have got a job within 2 weeks. That's just silly. But I was frustrated that I hadn't got a phone call or an email or anything saying, yes, we'd like to talk to you, or that was just frustrating me, and it really got to me at the start of the week. What I decided to do to try and get my head around what was going on and basically try and reset the way I was thinking was to go and do this habits workshop. Now, I'm really, really lucky that the girls at the Sunshine Plaza store let me know it was on. It was a complete fluke. I shouldn't have even found out. Sammy, who's the store manager, sent me an email to say that the Paper Lovers book, the new one, was in, which you guys will already know I already got my hands on. I just happened to be in Brisbane and it was there. So unfortunately, I didn't support my local. I'm sorry, Sammy. If you're watching, I'm really sorry. So I'd already got my hands on it, but I appreciated knowing them sending me an email to let me know. But Sammy just said that the habits workshop, which is the brand new one, was going to be on Thursday, and if I was interested, would I like to come? And of course I wanted to go. That's a dumb question. And I sort of thought it would be a way to try and work out how much of a slump I've kind of been in. It definitely, just thinking about it, made me realise how much of a funk I've been in, and it's not getting dressed in the morning and not sort of preparing myself for the day. I've just been quite happy to sit in my office with the door shut and in my pajamas all day and let the day go by, and that's not helping, and it's not going to help, and it's not going to help my anger and sadness, and depression's a strong word, but that's the word I kind of want to use, my little depressive funk. So I decided to go to the habits workshop to try and break that bad habit cycle that I've sort of been going with and try and make a new one. So I'll sort of go into the workshop review to a certain extent now. So it is the brand spanking new one. It's only been running, I think, for two or 3 weeks. I took some photos, so I'll loop them through while I'm talking about it, so they'll appear up on the screen while you're watching. But I had Tara. Tara did the Christmas workshop. If you were watching back then, when I did the review of the Christmas workshop, you would have seen Tara and you'll recognise her face when you look at the photos. She also did this one. She is awesome. She's so motivating. She's so easy to talk to. And I actually got really emo, and I didn't mean to. It just kind of, some of the things she was saying, like what I was saying before, I realised I put myself in the position I have with being unemployed. But I did it for my own well-being, and in my early week funk, I was feeling really selfish. I kept thinking about what I'd done, and how it could badly affect the relationships that at the moment are fantastic. and that sort of came across as selfish to me, that I've put everybody else through this because I couldn't hack it. And what Tara sort of has made me understand is that sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Sometimes you actually have to put yourself first, because if you keep putting everybody else first, eventually you just don't have the energy to do that because you've neglected yourself so badly. So she sort of not made me feel good about my decision, but made me feel like my decision was okay. I've got you get the habits journal with this one, which I'll show you in a second, above in the other camera. But I wrote notes in there saying it's okay to be selfish, and that's the biggest thing that I think I took out of that. The workshop itself, it goes through how do you identify habits, and how do you identify which habits are actually good for you and which habits are actually bad for you. And again, as I said with the Christmas one, I'm not going to go through every detail. I don't remember every detail, but I'll go through the basics with you, because I want you guys to go and do it. And that's not, you guys know kikki.k don't sponsor me in any way, shape or form. Everything I say about everything is my own thoughts, but I love these workshops. There is not one yet that I've done that I haven't enjoyed or haven't taken something out of. This one in particular came along at the right time. It was absolutely perfect for the way I was feeling last week, and it's actually motivated me a lot, which I'll tell you about in just a minute. Sorry, I've got a really itchy face. I don't know what's going on tonight. So it basically went through how to identify habits, and it says everything in our life is a habit. Every way we wake up, everything we do from there, it's all habit, and you have to be able to recognize which ones are good for you and which ones are bad for you, and how to change that. So it goes through all of that. It goes through how to make new habits, ways to sort of identify the good ones and the bad ones, and obviously it all comes through into this journal, and I'll give you a quick flick through. I won't do a walkthrough of this one, it's a little too in-depth, but it goes through how to use it, how to change habits and form new ones, tips for changing habits. I wrote little notes for myself. I put them all on post-it notes, and it just says don't set yourself up to fail. And you can set yourself, and that's to a certain extent what I think I did when I started this whole journey, was I set myself up that this would be easy, that as soon as I changed my food, everything else would just fall into place. And as you guys would know, that has not happened. It's certainly not been a bad journey, but yeah, it hasn't been perfect. Going through habit inspiration, and then it breaks it down into your different categories of habits. Like, you've obviously got different ones. Like, some people's habits in regard to their career, me right now, that's completely useless because I don't have one. So that's not a helpful part of my life to be focused on. But health and well-being and productivity, that's probably something that I can focus on at the moment. It then goes through into identifying habits and habit focus and understanding your rewards, and then it breaks it down into a 12 monthly kind of thing, which means you can start it whenever. So if you did this workshop in the next couple of months, and you sort of get the book and you go, oh my god, but it starts in January and it's March. Well, it doesn't matter. You can cover it through until the next year. You know what I mean. So I think doing the habits workshop has been really beneficial, not only for me to be able to recognize habits, but it's kind of refocused me for my whole wellness journey. So on top of that, which I haven't actually started going through properly yet, but I will in the next couple of days, I've actually gone back to my wellness planner and I'm using it properly. You're only going to see I've only been using it properly for the last day, so it's not massively fantastic. But I woke up this morning, I got out of bed and we went for a walk. That's the first thing. We actually got up and went for a walk. I've been so slack and I keep making excuses. But by getting out of bed, I set myself up to be productive. I can't sit in my pajamas all day because I'm already out of my pajamas. So getting up and going for that walk has helped. So I get up, I do that, I have breakfast, and then I come back in here. I listen to the end of my radio program because I listen to the radio every morning. And then I've got this app on my phone. I'll let you know how I go. It's called Headspace, and it's like a meditation thing, and it's basically just trying to bring you in to what's going on around you before you focus on the rest of the day. So I will let you know next week how that's going. I did start it this morning for the first time. But I actually, then after I did that, I actually sat down and I wrote out my goals. So what was today the perfect day for? What is my weekly goal? What's my reward for that? What is my to-do? And I'm going to fill this in every morning. So it's all part of this whole thing. And that's got to do with the habits. And then the same thing, I'm going to set aside a little bit of time every Tuesday to go through my weekly reflection that's in here that I haven't been using and actually use it, because I have all the tools. I have so many tools to help me on this journey, and I'm so far just ignoring them. I have all this time on my hands. It's about time I started using it. And to that end, I've actually started, I've joined up at the local gym again. I wasn't going to do that. It didn't seem useful, just with the lack of time that I had. What was the point? With all this extra time I have, now it sort of seems useful. So I have gone back to the gym. I am going to do basically a class every single day. I have time. So while I have time, I'm going to take advantage of stuff, and I'm going to start being more positive, and I'm going to stop being such a things haven't worked out the way I thought they would already kind of person, and getting all down on myself, and actually be like, well, maybe this is all happening because I need a break. And rather than jumping back into the first job that pops up, let's actually be serious about this. I left a job for a reason. Let's find the right job rather than the next job that happens to come. And I've even had a couple of emails today, so I'm much more positive than I was a couple of days ago. I'm not putting it all down to the habits workshop, but it certainly refocused me, and the ladies that were there were fantastic. Tara was fantastic. She told me some things about my channel that made me really nervous. She kind of introduced me as a kikki.k blogger, video vlogger, whatever you want to call it, and I sort of went really red from it. I'm like, no, I'm not. She's like, yes, you are. I guess I kind of am. I've never really looked at myself that way before, so that was nice. And yeah, I'm just a lot happier and gonna try really hard now, while up until the point that I can't anymore, because there will be a new job, I'm gonna go with this as hard as I can, so that I set myself up ready for when life throws me the next curveball. So overall now, so this week I did have another loss. It's only a small loss, but it is a loss. So it's 400 grams, which puts me at 98.1, which is 7.2 kilos overall. I'm still not where I want to be. I need to be up at, this is week 9, so I should be at 9. But a loss is a loss, and I just need to, I'm just being happy with losing and not putting on. So that's basically my update. Sorry, phone's going crazy. That's basically my update for this week. The one thing I did want to tell you that I found out about through Instagram, and I can see my partner's eyes rolling in his head in just a minute when I say this, there is a new inspiration paper lovers book coming. If you look on the coming soons on kikki.k, I will link it down below for you if I can. It is there. I don't know when it's coming. I will have my hands on it the second it comes out. You know I will. And I will do a walkthrough, and yeah, there goes his eyes. He's rolling his eyes. There's no point lying anymore. He knows what's going to happen. So I'm just going to... He's shaking his head. It's just going to happen. So I'm not going to lie to him or to you guys. The second it comes out, I will have my hands on it, and I will do a walkthrough for you. So keep an eye out for that. I'll keep you updated. There is a new planner out. Don't worry, I'm not getting that one. It is the Vanskap one. It is limited edition. It is online exclusive only. If you do love the Vanskap, and I admit I do, I love it. I think it's beautiful. It is a cloth planner. It is teal. I'll put a picture of it up if I can find one. I think I find one. I'll put a link to it below too if I can find it. But it is online exclusive, and it will go quickly. So if you do love the Vanskap range and you need a new planner, I'll put the link down below. As I said before, I'm not sponsored by kikki.k in any way, shape or form. I just know you guys love it, so I'm just telling you what I know. Other than that, guys, I'm really looking forward to this next week. I think the next week is going to be good, and hopefully I'll have a lot of positive things to let you guys know next week. So I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.